welcome to Flowspace. Whether you're listening in for the first time or you're already familiar with us, our purpose is to create more connection and understanding through open and vulnerable conversation and learn from other artists while we're at it.
Welcome, Kait, Flowspace, our first guest ever. She is the founder of Bare Bonez Collective, which houses all of her artistic endeavors and houses of many, many mediums.
Yes.
So we will get into all of it, but yes, Kait, welcome to Flowspace.
Thank you guys
We're
so
so
much
happy
for
to
having me.
have you.
It's crazy, but I'm very honored. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm so proud of both of you.
We're so proud of you.
There's so much to make this happen.
Literally.
Yes. Like we literally already have done this before.
I have deja vu right now.
Yeah. We filmed it and pretty much lost the audio.
Yeah.
So
here we are again.
Yes.
It's okay.
But everything happens for a reason. So yeah.
Second time's a charm.
Exactly.
Always.
Yeah. And I just get to hang out with you guys.
Yes.
I know.
It's gonna be fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Jumping right into it.
Oh boy.
How did you get How did you get into How did you first get into art or know that this was something you wanted to pursue career-wise?
Honestly, it actually wasn't ever something I wanted to pursue career-wise. Being an artist, stuff when I was a little kid, what I want to be when I grow up. It was always an art teacher, an art therapist, art adjacent. And I don't know if it's something that I actually didn't want to do at that time, or if I didn't think it was possible. So I always just what do they say? Aim for the moon, you'll still land among the stars, or some shit that. So I was I don't know, maybe I'll just have an art adjacent career. But also because I've been painting pretty much my whole life, drawing, doodling, whatever. It's always been such an outlet for me, and I feared that if I made it my career, I would grow to resent it or not have that same release or catharsis if I made it my job. So
I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've kind of found it my career now, weirdly enough, just through situations. I don't know, I've had various jobs throughout the years, and each time I've had art as my full-time career, there's always been some catalyst, COVID, or I dropped out of college when I was 19, and that sent me into a life of full-time modeling for a number of years, and that's what started my road tripping. And almost a year ago, I was working for a guy in real estate here in Denver, and it was just an absolutely fucked situation. So one day we got into it, and he disrespected me, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. And then I just sat there, and I was like, okay, I guess we're just gonna make this work. And I've been doing that since last November. So there's always been a catalyst, but I knew art would be part of my life as an adult somehow, but just I did not foresee it being a career ever. So
yeah,
I'm grateful that it is. I couldn't imagine anything else.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here, but it really is just a
work in progress too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of the universe was like, all right, girl, we're gonna force you into this because this is what you're meant to do.
It's almost been a whole year.
Almost November 2nd was when I quit. So yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
So your birthday too. It'll be a whole celebration.
Oh yeah.
You should talk about that too, of what you're doing.
The art show.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So on 11/11, my birthday's November 12th, so I'm throwing an art show on 11/11. And it's really actually special because Belle's gonna be in it. But yeah, the show is just kind of gonna be a compilation of paintings and photos, photo sets that I've shot over the past few years. Mostly, it's an ode to my 20s, basically, because I'll be 21 or 29 this year.
I'll be 21.
I wish I was 21. Holy shit. Actually, no, I'm very, very grateful. I don't know how you guys feel about aging, but I'm stoked to be 29.
Yeah, I think it's so beautiful.
I think it is too.
I mean, it's gonna happen to everyone.
Might as well have a good
I think
mindset about it.
Yeah. I feel like society puts so much pressure on us, and we have to get things done by a certain age, and then when you don't feel like you've accomplished those things, then you feel like you're so far back than everyone else, but you're really not. You're just on your own timeline and your own path.
Absolutely. So it takes a lot of unlearning.
Fuck that.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that.
Don't be ageist. That's not cute.
Yeah. Sorry, society, but we don't adhere to your rules.
No, we don't. Get us out here.
We're all the same age, really, mentally. Not really, but you know, we're all similar.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We attract people that we feel connected to, and their age doesn't matter.
No.
Exactly.
Or portray that.
Yeah, no. And we're all very, like, just aware, mature humans. I think, like, everyone in our friend group, like, so because we have quite the age range in our friend circle.
I might be the youngest.
Yeah. Right, because you guys are closer in age.
Because she said she was the youngest until I came along.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, but we all are just, like, very much
aligned.
Yeah. We may not be at the same place in life because we're all on our own journey, but, like, we all just have very overlapping, like, morals and value systems.
Yeah. Mindset-wise, yeah.
Exactly. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah. And we're all just very creative in our own ways, too. It's cool.
I love it so much. It's so weird just seeing it. And even from your perspective, I didn't really think of that. That there is such an age range.
Yeah.
And how I don't feel like we really talk about it. I mean, it's just there.
Because there's so many, like, friend groups that I've been a part of where they're, like, all, like, older or whatever, or, like, there's different age ranges. And for some reason, it's like the people who are older always just want to be like, I'm older, so I know things. Yeah. And it's like very demeaning and like belittling, like, because it's always like very dismissive of like you as a person and your perspectives, like you could know anything being young. So I just really appreciate that about like all the people that you brought me around, because I feel like none of them are like, oh, you're just a little girl that doesn't know anything. They like just treat me like a fucking human, and I'm like, oh, that's all I ever asked for. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
I know.
So good.
Cutie creatives.
I know. It's so cute. The cutie creatives.
Literally.
That's so cute.
It's like a girl band name or something.
Are we gonna start a girl band? I literally
this is literally. Oh my god, yeah.
Literally, like Aaliyah and McKenna and I were like gonna start a girl band. Like we had the name and we were like all gonna learn our own instruments and like it was like this whole thing like months and months and months ago. We should start it.
You guys still should. Brooke can sing. I'll be your momager.
Rachel, Serena, Saj.
Yes.
Like, oh my god.
We've got singers.
The whole thing.
And I'm gonna play the guitar.
You should have seen her with our friend's guitar the other day. I was like, this looks right.
This just looks right.
This looks like what needs to happen.
Like I just need to learn how to play it, and then it felt right. It felt like I embodied my future self, or like an alter ego. Also,
I have to show you these pictures though, because you'll be like, "Oh my god, it's so meant to be."
You posted it on your Instagram.
Yeah, did you see?
I don't. When did you post it?
A couple days ago.
But it was like a swipe.
Yeah, it was. A swipe.
We'll show you later.
Yeah,
it's funny. But I was talking about with like a friend of alter egos and how people have their alter ego names, and I don't have an alter ego, or like what's it called when they
an alias?
An alias.
Oh yeah.
So I used to say alias.
My alias is no, but what do you guys feel like your like alter ego or your alias would be? Because I don't know why I said Renee or Ophelia.
Ophelia.
And it was like Ophelia latte.
I don't know why.
Why is that so?
That's actually so fire.
Okay, maybe not that.
Not at all.
But Ophelia something. But also Ophelia now, all I can think of is that.
Ophelia is giving.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, it just gives like.
Let's just say we'll stick with Renee.
No, I like Ophelia. But the lattes, there's
maybe drop the latte.
And then I was like, I'll be Lavender oat milk latte. That's my name.
No.
Oh, yeah.
What if I'm
like Ophelia today?
Thanks.
And Ophelia.
Yeah,
Thanks.
honestly.
I want to be laying in some water and like
right.
Yes, with like flowers around.
Yeah.
And
Shoe
some
concept?
sparkles. Oh, cute.
Goals?
The birth of Ophelia. The birth of Ophelia. You can be in a like water bath. You're like, I just came out of
Ophelia
my
Pisces.
water birth.
My water birth.
Oh
I am reborn.
Ophelia is definitely
Yes. I feel like we're
Yes.
both
That's what that
Ophelia
is.
though. But I don't know, or maybe not. Oh shit. What did I just mean?
Oh,
Light
no.
bulb.
Yeah.
You need to like
I'm not
insert a
gonna
light
say
bulb above your
anything.
head.
An idea just
Yeah.
sparked. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see the little light bulb.
I think I know.
But...
Exactly what you're thinking. Me, I'm like,
We'll talk after.
What's your alter ego?
Oh. I don't know that I have like a. I used to when I was like my like drinking days, like early 20s and teens. My whole friend group, we would get fucked up, and I did have an alter ego name then, but I can't remember it. But I speak in a Russian accent sometimes.
oh my god, love.
That's like if you're like usually partners.
If you get me real
do
drunk,
that.
I'll talk in a Russian accent.
That's like my like innermost. Like Cholula hears it all the time.
Yeah.
I'll like talk to her in a Russian
I want to hear this.
Me, I'm like,
I'll just like pop off with it. But yeah, typically I guess like only partners have really heard it. She doesn't have a name. It's just like something I do sometimes. But I do actually. I don't know that you guys might not know this. I'll tell you guys after it because I don't want to blow it up. But I do have like a painting alias. Like I'll sign my paintings, not as my name actually.
That's
I
cool.
like
I've been
that.
doing that for like 2 years now, and I have a secret like painting page on Instagram that I like don't promote, but it just has like shit of mine that's anonymous.
wait, I need to see.
Yeah,
I need
I'll
to follow
show
it.
you guys later.
Maybe
The
we
homies
shouldn't.
can know, but I don't want to like
Yeah.
blow it up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because I do like the fact that it's like
It's secret.
yeah, because I will say the initials are ME, so when I sign it, it just says me. So it's like a kind of like
That's
Banksy,
cool.
like anonymous.
Mila. That's gonna be your Russian.
Mila.
Mila.
I love that.
Yes. I love
Mila.
that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
accept.
But what do you feel like now? Because like lavender oat milk latte, like what? That's not a real name.
Ophelia Mila is yours.
It needs to end with an A.
I feel like it's a S. It starts with an S. I don't know why. Or it would be like a Y. I'm like,
For some reason, I'm seeing Simone.
Ooh,
yep.
I
don't know
like
why,
that. Okay, Simone. I can take that.
That's just like a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
I like Simone.
I like that
such a
too.
strong name.
I'm gonna embody Simone every time that some serious shit comes up. I'm gonna be like,
I'm Simone.
I'm Simone.
Yes.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Lawyer mode.
Or even when you're performing, I feel like you give off like some Simone energy.
Yeah, I could see that because it's all like soul.
Yeah.
I like that.
Simone.
Simone. I'll take it.
I like it.
I love Simone.
Simone Mila.
I'm just
Ophelia.
really thinking about names now. I'm like every single name possible. It's running through my head.
I'm dead.
I like Mila for you.
I do too.
I
That's
just love that
perfect.
name, but
Yeah. Also, your glitter is so good right now.
thanks.
I
It's
love it.
from last night.
Oh my god.
I washed my face. Well, part of it. I like just ran. Literally, I went
Oh.
with the brush of glitter. But the
Me, I'm
rest
like, how
is
was
from
last night? I'm like, I need to know. We don't need to talk about it right now.
We just danced for so long. Rachel.
I know. She texted me this morning, sent me a video. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to.
So fun. We almost fought a couple in the club.
Oh my god.
It's not that dramatic, but they were just being really like, we were all dancing, you know, it was like Latin DJ, like,
Yeah.
it was just really fun. And yeah, this one couple, they were also, no, I won't say that. They were just really not mindful of like everyone's space. Like, you know, when you're dancing, you're like bumping
Yeah.
into people.
Yeah,
That's typical.
but
They
some
were,
people
like,
don't.
straight up throwing each other into like people in the crowd.
You're like,
You're
this
like,
is getting
mosh
dangerous,
pit.
babe.
Rachel, like, just like.
Oh, I can see it. Her getting like a little mad.
Yeah.
Like,
Great. It's great.
I love
Totally
Rachel's mad
justified.
face. It's
Yeah.
iconic.
I was just cracking up. It was great.
That's fun.
We love Rachel.
Oh, my goodness.
Shout out Rachel.
Shout out Rachel. We love you. I can't stop thinking about you as a Simone now.
Yeah.
And like your fit today too, like with the vest and everything. It's just like it's so powerful.
It's Simone.
I'm
Thank
liking
you
it.
guys for giving me an alter ego. She is alive and well, born again today.
Born again.
She's now
This
named.
is the name of the podcast. Born again.
Born again,
literally.
But we're
episode.
changing the like interpretation of what it means.
Yes, exactly.
It's like in a spiritual, funny way.
Yes, I love it. Yeah,
We're just giving ourselves new names.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny because
It's a
I'm watching
rebrand.
this anime right now that's literally like somebody can give you a name if they have like enough magic, they can give you a name, and then that like makes you like into a whole new person. Like you like gain powers and shit, and it's like the greatest gift you could give anybody in this world is giving them a name.
It's like what we just
Literally.
No. It's
I'm
so weird.
saying,
All
it's
the
called the time I got
synchronicities.
reincarnated as a slime.
Where can I watch this?
Crunchyroll, Netflix. Yeah, definitely go check
You
it
say
out.
Crunchy World?
Crunchyroll.
What's that?
It's an anime platform.
Oh,
Yo,
It's called Crunchyroll.
I gotta check it out.
Crunchy Rule.
Yeah, so good.
Why do they say
Such a
Crunchy
good
World?
anime.
Does anime ever like influence your song? Like, have
Oh
you
my God,
ever written a
yes.
song about it?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I literally am obsessed with anime, y'all. Like you don't understand.
Oh, I saw your reaction video. I know that shit like hits you. I know.
In
So
my
you don't know what
soul.
Crunchyroll is?
You don't know what
What
Crunchyroll
planet
is?
are you on?
offended by that question. I feel like there was some like.
She was like, "Did you just say Crunch World?" I was like, "No, I said Crunchyroll." Crunchyroll.
I still don't even know what it is.
Put some respect on Crunchyroll.
I'll watch it. I still need to watch an anime. I don't really watch anime.
I need to
I
get
know.
you.
Oh my
I know
God,
which one to
guys.
start you with.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Demon Slayer.
Oh, Demon Slayer for sure, but like the classics. I was gonna suggest we should have a movie night and we can introduce her to Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, you need to watch those.
But Demon Slayer for fucking
Yeah,
I'm
like
down.
to get her into like
Love Demon
Japanese anime, Demon Slayer. Then
I'm
you're
down.
gonna be like, oh wait, I need to see what this shit is about.
Okay.
You're gonna love Tanjiro.
I'm down. I'm down to watch whatever, just nothing scary. I'm a little baby. Literally. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch a scary movie. Not with me. You're not.
So maybe not Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start you with.
Yeah, no. Like,
Ooh, have
light.
you seen like the Bunny Senpai one?
No.
Like the what is it called? Bunny something. But we'll get you on like a romantic one.
Cute.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll show you guys that at the same time because I really want to rewatch that. I actually want to be here for Halloween.
ooh. Oh wait. We need to talk about what we're gonna be for Halloween later because it's coming up.
No, I got it. Rachel and I were just talking, so I asked her, I was like, do you know what you're gonna be? She was like, I have no fucking clue. I was like, bro, singing.
We need to be matching though.
We
Like we
gotta
need
do
to have a
something.
theme that we have like such a good friend group and we can
Yeah.
all like follow the theme.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've just personally never been able to do that of like having a big friend group.
I know.
You
I
know,
really
of
want to
where
do
we're, like,
that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be all princesses, but you know, like something like where there's like a theme of it.
Yeah. I like that idea.
We gotta start
Whores.
brainstorming all whores. Famous whores through history.
Yes! Wait! That's so perfect.
Yo.
Because it can be like
Iconic
men
whores.
and women.
And women, yeah.
Literally.
That's so open to interpretation.
I want to
as
be a
well.
guy
And
though,
it's like, what's
and
the...
wear like a suit
Some
and just
gender
be like
bending.
a fuck boy
Yes.
and just like walk up.
Oh my god, yes.
I like this.
Yeah,
I love that
Damn.
idea.
My wheels are
I
spinning.
know.
I'm so excited for Halloween, you guys.
Me
Oh.
freaking
It's my
too.
favorite holiday.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what my favorite holiday is.
I literally can't choose.
The shit like.
Not me.
Oh my god, my little scared ass. I would have been like,
Both of
oh.
Oh my god, literally
Now
someone
I
walks
can
around the
handle
corner.
it. But when I was a kid, oh my god, like scary movies would actually haunt me. Like I would literally just be laying up at night, like I'm gonna get abducted.
Oh,
I would be
my
like,
goodness.
I can literally hear somebody climbing up the wall to my window to come steal me. I was so delusional, bro.
Damn.
I still am like that though.
I
Especially
still
now that
look
my
like
roommate's
that.
gone, I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like I do a little.
I'm like glad that I have a guy roommate because I don't know, it's just something. It's weird. Just I don't think men fully understand women being alone
Yeah,
and
and
like
how
how
scary that
it
is.
is scary in the world that we live in. It's I don't even want to go walk around ever. Like I don't know how you go for walks. like
I
long
usually
walks.
have Cholula, but
I can't bring
oftentimes they're
Cleo.
traumatizing.
Yeah.
My
No,
cat.
it's literally scary walking sometimes. But I mean, I feel like I've gained so much street smarts just from doing it and just like, and now that I've like lived alone for like a year and I don't have a partner anymore and I've been having to get used to it. I feel like I've gotten so much better at like just calming my like invasive thoughts because it was bad. Like I was actually delusional, like thinking that somebody was always gonna break in and kill me. Like it was too much. I'm like, okay.
Scary.
Yeah. So I feel like I've like calmed the like paranoia a little bit and that feels really like a good place to be at. Like it feels like a big step for me because I feel like I've always just been really scared to be alone and that's part of why I like attach myself to people when I shouldn't is because I'm like I don't want to be alone, like let's go to sleep on FaceTime, you know. But it's like, okay bitch, you gotta do some shit on your own. And I'm proud of myself for that.
I'm proud of you too.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I know.
Yes.
It's so hard like stepping out of that space though because I feel like it's just that codependent tendencies I think that we all face because I have definitely been like that. I'm really trying right now. And even Brooke and I had a conversation the other day of how we spend so much of our time together now and how making sure that because I have codependent tendencies that I don't fall into those habits with her since we have so many things that we're doing together.
Yeah.
And
especially because like just getting out of a relationship, like your whole point of that was like
healing
and being alone. So it's like so important that we don't like fall into that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy, especially when you love spending time with someone, and then you have things that you're doing with that person. And I feel like I definitely tend to do it more with friendships than relationships. I don't know if you guys feel the same because
both for me.
Yeah. Same.
It's just weird. I'm just love everyone. Just want to hang out with
I
you all the
know.
time, every second of every day.
Literally.
My friends and my people are just so cool. Like,
I know.
I want to be with them.
Exactly.
Because it's almost like a high.
Yeah.
And it's like a distraction from like your own mind. Like, I don't know. I think literally I'm confronting right now my biggest fucking problem in life is distracting myself. And like just distracting myself from how I feel and like y'all, it's actually so fucking toxic. Like the way I will literally have my phone on, like playing some shit at all times, and I will just not allow my brain to have no noise so it can think. It is actually crazy. Like,
that resonates.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm really trying to work on just like really being present with what I'm doing. Cause that was part of my little spiritual awakening last night. I was so fucking present when I tell you I felt like I was moving so slow and then I kept checking the clock and it only like 5 minutes had passed and I was like, yo, time is actually moving slowly right now in accordance to how I am present. It was crazy.
Wait, we were talking about this with someone. I don't know if it was with you or if it was with Josh, but how when you're constantly learning things, time like when you're in school, time moves so slowly because you're learning, you're absorbing everything in like a structured setting, and then as adults when you're just working or moving through life, or you're still enjoying your days but it's in a different setting, so everything's moving so quickly. You look at the clock and then you look at the clock again and it's like an hour and a half has gone by, versus when you're at work or something, or when you're at school, you look at the clock and only a minute has gone by and you're like, this is forever.
Yeah, literally.
Time is weird.
It's so weird. I was literally like, I had some sort of like vision about time the other day that I couldn't fully like grasp, but it had to do with the number 6 and it like being a perfect equation. And it's like every piece of that 6 correlates with each other. I see it in my head, but it's like so hard to explain. I tried to write it down, but it's like why time is so confusing because everything contradicts each other. Like all the laws of time contradict each other, but exactly. So it's like in order to really master time, the only thing you can do is be present, and then it will actually, that's when time is real. But like anything on this spectrum of 6 is like you're on one side of time, but you're not getting the other side of time.
Holy shit.
It's really, I don't know, I'm probably not making any sense, but it's just it's crazy.
Sense.
I was like, because I was literally watching that anime, and I always have visions when I watch anime, like especially if I smoke and watch anime.
No wonder you watch anime so much.
No, literally, I'm like, it's actually so funny because I will literally have whole ass visions. Like they'll just say something and it'll inspire something, and I just had that vision. And I was like, whoa! And I was trying to like make a model of it, but I can't finish it. So I'm like waiting for the rest of the vision to come. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll share it with you guys when I figure it out one of these days. I'm like, is she a mathematician? Oh. But yeah. Okay, let's get into another question for you, Kait.
Sorry,
We want to
I'm
know.
trying to fix this.
We want to talk about artistic process and kind of what that looks like, and also just kind of correlating into like how you do life without a 9 to 5, because I think that's literally where so many creatives want to be at. Like that's you're living the dream, girl. Even though it's like even though it's like, you know, you're not exactly where you want to be, and it's a lot of work and it's like hard. I think it's like
that you did it.
The fact that you aren't putting your time and energy and creative efforts into some like making money for somebody else, and you're just doing it for yourself. Just that is like what so many creatives desire for themselves. So in a lot of ways, you've already arrived at where a lot of us want to be. And so I just want to get a little bit into like how that looks for you, and if you have any tips for us and anybody out there, because we're trying to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I mean, I work my ass off, you guys know that. Like,
yeah.
But honestly, the biggest thing is just like, and some of this will sound so cliche, but it really is just like trusting yourself. Like, and what you just said, like putting all your time and energy into like making someone else money, fulfilling their dreams. Like the guy that I mentioned I was working for in real estate last year, I was doing just that. And we had like a contract agreement. I was supposed to be working like 40 hours a week, set amount, and it was like not set hours. Like I would go to him or go with him to appointments and stuff like that, and that filled some of the hours, and then the rest was just like back end work on the computer. And then ended up working like 60 hours a week for him, plus like wake up calls. Like it was a wildly abusive and like harassing, uncomfortable situation. But I ended up working for him way more, making the set amount that was in the contract. And then he had like an awful spending problem and shit, and so he would be like, oh, I don't even know if I can pay you this week. So
and you'd be working overtime?
Oh my god.
65 hours a week for this man, like walking in. He's like, I worked out of his like home studio, and he would like walk out in the morning. I'd show up at like 9 a.m. for a meeting, and he would walk out. I'd have to call him from the kitchen because I like get there and he's not awake, and he would like come out in his underwear and like just like crossing so many boundaries. Yeah. And it finally dawned on me, I'm like, I'm busting my ass for this guy like 60 plus hours a week, stressing about money because I don't even know that I'm going to get paid at the end of every week.
Oh my god.
And I'm trying to pursue my creative shit on the side, was making some money from that, but he was draining me so much, like emotionally, mentally, creatively. So I was just like, it just like hit me on the November 2nd was like the day that I quit. We like got in this fight. I caught him in some lies, and he dismissed me, and I was like, you can't dismiss me and then like fight me on pay later because you're dismissing me over being caught in a lie. Like, this is dumb. And I finally sat down, and it just hit me. I'm like, I'm busting my ass for someone else, still stressing money. Why not bust my ass for myself 65 hours a week and still stress about money, but like my time is mine?
Yeah.
And then really, like, it just became really fucking clear then, and it was terrifying. It absolutely was, but that's where that trust comes in. Like, one, in the universe, and like I know like your viewers will probably have like differing beliefs on like how things work in life, but like I believe that like in manifestation, I know you guys do too, and like I really just put that out there, but then like that I would be okay, and that like calling in jobs and like social media is such a tool. Like I posted on Instagram stories like, all right guys, I'm like back on the full-time freelance hustle. Like you got jobs, creative opportunities, you want photos, artwork for your walls, hit me up. And like I just trusted that the universe would provide, and that I would meet the universe meeting me just in hard work then. And it like here I am like 10 months later still doing it. And like it's still tough. I'm not like rolling in money by any means, but like I'm doing it. I'm paying my bills, and like, but it really does just take that trust in yourself. And like universe, God, you know, whatever you believe in, that like you're taken care of and you're divinely protected, like the shit will come.
Yeah.
And you gotta work for it, but it'll come. And surrounding yourself with good people that like say your name in rooms and like you know, like that's something we touched on heavily on like our last filming of this, like was friendship and like the people that you have in your lives. And like I really think that's important to touch on here too, because I really couldn't do what I do without the support of the people in my life as well.
Community is so important.
Everything.
So important.
So
it really is.
Those are like the three things.
Denver has such a cool creative community. But
Oh.
yeah, I love that answer just because I feel like the trusting yourself piece is so huge, because it's like trusting yourself that you are gonna show up and like meet the universe where the universe is trying to like meet you at, and like just really put in that work and effort. And I think like I feel like for me, like sometimes I like self-sabotage that. Like I know if I were to like put all my effort in, I could just like make things work, and I usually do make things work, but like I don't want to procrastinate to the point where I'm like stressed and then make it work. Like I just want to be like consistently meeting the universe where the universe is trying to meet me. So everything you said definitely hit some really good wisdom. At least I know it hit for me. I know it will hit for others.
Just, I'm grateful for life, honestly. It's crazy. And we really do just have to trust ourselves. Like we have community and shit, but at the end of the day it really is like just us.
Yeah.
Like
knowing your power.
The community can't make you do the things that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like where manifestation comes in. It's like, I've said this before, but like manifesting like a flame, like you have to spark it. You can't just like expect the flame's gonna come out of nowhere.
You can bounce the energy off of your community, and I feel like that's what community is for, is to continue to bounce the energy off one another. And then if you're not feeling that reciprocation, then you kind of have to reevaluate some things. But yeah, Denver has so many amazing creatives, and I feel like also just meeting all of them. I've only lived here for, I don't know, like 3 years on and off, and this year specifically is the year that I'm meeting so many amazing people. Both, well, I met you, I don't know when I met you, but anyways, just I feel a lot of my friends that I have now have been created this year, and it's so beautiful. But even when we filmed last time and we were talking about this topic in particular, it made me realize a lot of things, because it is so hard. Society puts so much pressure on us to continue with our 9-to-5 or working for someone else. And when you step into a space of working for yourself and putting that time and energy into yourself, it makes the world a difference. And I am so ready to step into that space, because I think that for all of us, we have so many fears behind putting all that energy into ourselves. And Brooke said this in our last podcast, of then you kind of feel accountable for if you fail, you know. But also it's okay if you fail, because then you're going to learn from it. And there's just, I think, trying to continue to look at everything in such a positive way, because
take the lessons from it.
But I'm really proud of you.
I'm
proud of all of us.
I was just gonna say, I'm proud of fucking all of us. We're three bad bitches sitting on this couch right now doing really incredible things, despite like shit we've been through and where we come from. And I don't know, I'm just I'm grateful to be surrounded.
Is there anything in particular of, like you said, everything that we've been through, and I don't know, just like how we grew up and stuff, that maybe has influenced your
Wow.
But like any particular moments.
You're like, where do we start?
On it, actually.
What?
Just kidding. Another kind of secret project, but
little hint. We can cut it out if you want.
No.
Period.
It's more of like a journal. I don't know. I've been told, like, people started telling me before I was even 16 years old that I should write a book about my life. It was like that crazy at that young an age. And so I've listened, but it's more just me like screaming into the void on my laptop more often than not. And if it goes anywhere cool. The family joke is that it's going to become a New York Times bestseller, and it'll pay for a really good therapist.
Oh my god.
Because their family knows what I'm up to. But
that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Getting back to that though, I mean, we all have like experiences and trauma and all the shit that you know, it affects how we turn out and our character and all of that.
It's crazy that we are who we are with all of it.
Yeah,
Dude,
honestly,
it really is. And that was a series of decisions. I feel like some of what we talked about like last time was like specifically relationships and how like relationships have affected us, and like, and just that like trust for people and like opening ourselves back up to connection. I think like, yeah, you had touched a little bit on some of that situation.
Yeah. And it's kind of something I'm like realizing just now as we're like transitioning from like self-trust into trust with others. I'm like realizing it's so much easier to trust myself. Even though I make like reckless decisions sometimes, you know, like we all like self-sabotage and shit at times. Like it's way easier, I'm realizing, for me to trust myself because I've always had myself. Like, that's some like life experiences that have shaped me. I was thinking like processing all this in real time. Like it is easy for me to just say, oh, trust yourself, lean into it, whatever, like in reference to like leaving a job to pursue creative whatever. But I'm realizing it's so easy for me to do that and say that because I have always just had myself. Like I pretty much raised myself, and like it's so much easier to trust me than to open up and like trust other people that they have like good intentions when trying to connect with me or like work with me in some way. But yeah, wow, that's just like I don't know. Another little light bulb, I guess. But,
so many light bulbs.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, learning to trust in relationship is I'm pretty jaded. Like, I just, especially, no offense, but men, like if a woman is like talking to me, flirting with me, like engaging, like I'm much more like receptive to it and like, oh, this is a pure exchange here. Whereas like if a man is approaching me like out,
you don't know what the intentions are.
Like, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah, like, and they're being all nice, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
You're like, but what's behind the nice?
I'm like, really, just like what is your end game here?
Yeah,
like, let's just get that out.
Can we just get down to it? Do you see the sunshine and you want to capture it? Is that what it is?
But yeah, I mean, fuck, dude, trusting is crazy. Yeah, we talked about this last time. I feel like all of us are coming out of like some level of a fucked situation in previous relationship, and it's been an interesting time. I'm trying to break patterns this time around because I normally shut down completely and like don't date, don't like hook up with any. I'm just so like, usually I'm so hurt that I'm closed off, and my MO in the past has been like dating married couples because it's just safe. Like they have their, you know, union, and I'm not coming in with any intentions to like fuck anything up. We have our fun, we like spend our quality time, you know, and then I get to leave. No strings attached. And both of the couples I like seriously dated were back on the East Coast, and it was 2 periods in 2015 and 2016, and then 2018. Where like I was road tripping and nomadic, so I would really only see them for like a few weeks at a time when I was on the East Coast, and it was like really nice, you know. We like respected each other's space and all the things. But this time around, I mean, I'm not open or like opposed to like dating married couples, but I'm trying to like casually date just people.
Do you feel like you've been doing a good job at that or no?
Yes and no. I'm still like,
it's weird.
It is.
Like, I don't feel like, and Brooke and I were talking about this when we were working out last night. We're like, I don't have time. I don't have time for any of this. I don't have that energy. No, I only have time for myself and my friends that I already have relationships with.
I have relationships to nurture. I have enough to nurture. I literally got stood up like the other day.
No.
Yeah, and wait, you actually know who this is. We're gonna talk about this later. Oh my god!
I don't know why you did that.
I'm sorry.
You got a cameo. Oh my goodness. That's what you wanted the whole time.
Literally. Oh my god. That's
not true.
I'm dying right now.
Yeah, I know. The tea is real hot, girl, but
I mean, we can just bleep it out.
Yeah. No, I'll talk. We're gonna talk about this.
Never know.
We're gonna literally talk about this because I want to hear your thoughts. But anyways, so yeah, I got stood up, but I was like, honestly, thank God that happened because I do not fucking have time for this.
Yeah,
shit.
That's true. That's true.
I really don't.
Yeah, I have someone I have to text right now because they're really sweet and we've like hung out a few times and they're super lovely. It's been really fun, but I'm just like, I don't have the time.
That's why I don't even want to try to start because I'm
Mhm.
like, I know I'm gonna disappoint you, kind
Yeah.
of, and I just know that it's not.
Yeah, and I know I already have. That's
Yeah.
the sad part.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
let them down.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like-
communicate.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's like this universal shift going on right now. Like it was like age of isolation. Like y'all are gonna figure out your own shit. Y'all are gonna learn to trust yourselves to an extent, to the point where you can open up to other people. And now we're kind of in an age of connection.
Yeah.
But then it's interesting because so many of us are like disconnecting from certain relationships at the same time. And I feel like it's really like learning that balance. Like now things are starting to balance out going into 2024.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to balance out like our relationships with ourselves and our relationships with the people that we love. And a lot of us are recognizing like romantic relationships are really not like it right now. Like
Yeah.
I literally just wrote a song and I was like, I can't do relationships. Like I can't do this anymore.
Nah.
Like I just don't have the time for it. And I think like just we talked about it on our first podcast, but like just watering your own garden so you can actually feed people is like so important because I feel like when I'm just like trying to give to all these people who are like not maybe the best or like who maybe it's like a codependent relationship or whatever else, it's just like it never goes where I want it to go, and then I still end up feeling like I'm in the same place.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're kind of trying to learn how to like shift
Prioritize.
our
Flip that
relationship
shit.
with relationships
Yeah.
and just changing that whole dynamic and balancing it a little bit better. That's what the energy feels like.
Definitely. I just did you guys see the like concept that I was photographing on Monday?
Yeah.
Wait,
the clown.
oh my god, yes.
So it actually like kind of plays into like that whole thing too with like just giving so much in relationship. Like specifically the commentary around this concept is like in heterosexual relationships because I've experienced that more with men than women I've been in relationship with. And like the whole concept is like she's a 50, we did like 50s, 60s and 70s and she's like a housewife and like, you know, just kind of like going through the motions throughout the day and like her with each look we put on more and more clown makeup as it came time to like the husband getting home from work and everything.
And Kait hates clowns.
I fucking hate clowns. I had to put the mood board together during the day because I started doing it one night in bed, but
You're like,
and I was like, I'm gonna have nightmares. I can't do this.
Yeah.
And so I've done
She
2
grew
clown
up on
concepts
scary
now.
movies, but one thing she can't handle is
Clowns.
some clowns.
So it's because I watched it when I was 4.
I
Like
still haven't seen
there's
it.
like a specific scarring memory from it that is like the reason why I'm to this day
Oh
still
my God.
terrified of clowns.
I still haven't seen
Oh
that.
my God, my
God.
sister loves clowns and I fucking hate clowns.
How
He
do you
just
love
weird me
clowns?
out.
She
Yeah.
loves it. I've never seen it. I've
It's
never
a
seen any
brilliant
scary
movie.
movie really. Honestly, I've seen like probably 2.
Would you be open to
No.
it? Okay, fair.
It's a close. There's a few things that I won't allow in my life.
That was a sure answer if I've ever.
question out.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Like Halloween, I've
Respect that.
punched people in the face at like scary houses. Like it's a
I
reflex.
believe it.
It's like when
it.
when I get my pedicure done. No, it's just a reflex. I just kick them in the fucking face, and I don't mean to. And I tell them, I said I might kick you in the face. So just
I'm so sorry.
So now I have to give myself pedicures at home.
Makes sense.
It's just a
I accidentally
reflex.
kicked my doctor in the nuts once when he was doing like the little like
Oh my, yeah, the knee
The
thing.
knee-
I don't have a knee reflex that works
Really?
Mine
that
is
well.
bad.
I don't think
They got
mine works
concerned.
either. Really,
With the
like,
doctor, and they're like, I don't know why it's not working.
I'm like in there.
And I'm like, I'm freaking out right now. My knee, apparently, I'm not working.
dude, I did kick my tattoo artist the other day.
Oh
'Cause
my
Penelope,
goodness.
she was doing the shin piece here,
Oh, I love
and
it.
like she got down to here, and like she was just hitting like tendons and shit, and so I was like, and her reflexes were phenomenal. She'd like pull away, it didn't get fucked up at all. But I
Damn.
was like, dude, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's fine, you're fine. Like it's just the
normal.
location.
She's
like,
like,
but I felt
I'm
so
trained
bad.
for this. I do this.
Yeah,
bro.
she was
Yeah.
like dodging. God damn. She was like, it was phenomenal.
With the needle.
She was so patient with me.
That's so
Shout out
funny.
Penelope.
Shout out, girl.
I need to meet her.
She's
wanna
getting ready to
collaborate.
move to LA.
What?
She's moving to LA next month. Yeah,
She would do Crazies.
Can everybody
Probably.
stop moving? Okay, I'm sorry. Let's take a moment. Everybody, stop fucking moving from Denver.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, I
y'all.
thought you were talking to us. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what are we doing? Are we having an earthquake?
No, I'm just like, every time I meet somebody lately, they're like, yo, I'm gonna move. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I love that for you. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I'm just like, no,
Stop leaving
no,
us.
but stay though.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know. She's funny too because we have the same model 4Runner. And like I would see her earlier this summer and she lives in the building next to me to the left.
Oh, shut up.
So we would like park all the time and I'd see her and I told my ex when we were still together, I was like, I really want to be her friend. She like bleached her eyebrows. She just looked
Love.
cool. Had like
Yeah.
all these cool tattoos. I was like, I really want to be her friend. And one day we're like parked across from each other on the street and she like looks at me and I look at her and we kind of do that nice truck. So like nonchalant. And I was like, honestly, dude, I have to go because I'm running late, but I would love next time I see you to get your information. Like, I feel like we would just be friends. Like, I would love to kick it with you. And she was like,
Yes.
honestly, same. I'm running late too, but bet. Like, let's do it.
I love that.
And then, like, yeah, we exchanged numbers. We, like, kick it sometimes. She gave me a tattoo. And
That's
yeah,
so cool.
I love that.
I love her.
I also
She's
love
great.
that she has
That's how you
bleach
make
brows.
friends, y'all.
I need to bleach mine again.
Yes.
Now that I dyed my hair darker.
You looked fucking phenomenal with bleach
Yeah.
brows. Dude, Aurora fucking shaved her eyebrows on Monday for the shoot. Like, and I got
What?
photos. There was some BTS video, but we were kind of like
Shaved.
the way like full on, both of them gone. She
Oh my
was
God.
fucking committed to the concept.
Yes.
She offered too. She was like, do you want me to shave my eyebrows? It'd be better for the clown makeup. I was like, honey, do whatever you want. Like,
You're like, I will not say no.
yeah, it was phenomenal.
What is her sign?
Shit, I should know this. When is Aurora's birthday? I don't know, but I'll find out for you.
We need to know.
She's a
I need
phenomenal
to know
creative.
everyone's sign all the
Honestly.
time.
Y'all would get along with her too. God, every single one of my creative friends, like y'all
Ooh,
just
everybody
love
at
each
your
other.
fucking art show
Oh yeah,
is gonna be a vibe because everybody's just gonna like all of the
Oh,
friends that don't
we'll
know each other
interview.
are just gonna like.
you should interview people at that. If you
Oh my
want to, you're
God.
more than welcome to. That'll be
We
like
totally
the
should.
fucking epicenter of
Yes,
like
of creatives.
Yeah.
in Denver that night. Holy shit!
Oh my God, it's gonna be so fun.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna sing at it,
11/11.
y'all.
Yes,
It's
I'm
gonna
so
be
we're
good.
gonna
excited.
talk about that afterwards. And
Okay,
stuff
bet.
too. Because I have like a budget for it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll chat with you.
Hell yeah,
we'll
I'm so
talk
excited.
business later.
Yes, I'm so
Talk
excited.
business after business.
The business after the business.
This is play.
Yeah,
What you
I'm
talking
definitely gonna
about?
get somebody to play with me.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah, that'll be. I'm so honored too. I was like, wait a minute, I want Brooke there.
I'm so
and
excited.
like, it's just gonna be such a fun night, and you're gonna be in it. You're both gonna be in it.
I know, and my birthday is right before that, so
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
like just Scorpio.
It is a big
supremacy.
sport. The owner of the Wild and Hudson Hill too. His birthday is November 10th.
Oh my
The
goodness.
day before, yeah. And I just realized it like
What?
last week because we met to like finalize the details of everything. And I was like, this is why we get along and work so well
Yes.
together. I was like, you're a
Water
fucking
signs
Scorpio.
unite.
Water signs always get along.
Yeah.
I was out on that hill.
No,
It's
it's so
so
true.
good.
We seriously are the one sign that like we all get along with each other, you know?
Yep.
Because I feel like every other sign, like they'll maybe get along, but every water sign, you know, if someone's a water sign, you're gonna get along with them if you are
Exactly.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I
I
love
like
it
the
too.
universal blood type.
So wait,
No,
so
seriously.
literally, what is
I'm
the
sorry,
universal
like,
blood type?
not to be a
Oh,
water
positive?
sign supremacist, but like,
We're the best.
but like our bodies are made up of what 90% water. The ocean
Yeah.
rules most of the
The
world.
yeah.
And it's so vast that like we haven't even discovered it all. Like,
yeah.
come on, water signs are just cool.
That's
I'm
what I
sorry.
said about the moon and shit too. I'm like, the moon definitely rules us. That's why like our moon cycle and everything.
Yeah.
Like our bodies are mostly water.
The
so
moon
it
is
makes
what
sense.
planet?
Literally,
What
if the moon
what
can control
planet?
the whole fucking ocean,
Mhm.
it can control you, babe.
My
or
moon,
what sign controls the moon? Or the vice versa. What does the moon control? Sign?
No
the moon
clue.
doesn't have a sign.
No, but you know how like Venus is like
ruled by a
ruled
sign.
by-
exactly.
I
don't know
forget
that
what it is,
applies
but-
to
I don't know. if the moon
non-planets.
it does like
Does it?
It-
You should
yeah,
Google it real
I
quick.
know.
Do you have your phone?
Should I?
What is
Also-
everybody's moon sign?
I'm a Libra moon,
Okay.
an Aquarius rising. I feel like it makes a lot of
Libra
sense.
moon.
What do you
Libra,
think
the
mine
Libra
is?
bit makes sense. are you a Scorpio moon too? Are you
No,
a
I'm a
double as well?
Cancer moon.
Okay, Cancer moon.
Oh, the zodiac sign that rules the moon is Cancer.
Oh, okay, queen.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your moon sign?
Pisces.
Pisces.
Double Scorpio, Pisces moon.
Love.
All water.
And then like 10 more Scorpios.
yeah. It's ridiculous.
I have so much Aquarius and Pisces.
Interesting.
I know.
What is Aquarius? Is that an
air.
also?
It's air.
See, that weirds me out because Aqua's
I
in it. I'm like,
know.
how the fuck is it an air sign?
I want Aquarius
I
to be a
don't-
water sign so bad.
It is. We switched it.
Yeah.
We say
Like,
so.
y'all are welcome here with us, water signs. We
Yeah.
love you.
Oh, so good.
So for your show, that is obviously a goal that you set for yourself a few months back.
Yeah.
What do you feel like are some goals that you had in the beginning of the year that have already happened, and then some goals that you've
Some
set
more.
recently that you want to happen within this next year?
Damn.
Well, definitely the art show. Because I threw an art show for my ex that was like pretty damn successful, and I was like, again, same thing with the work shit. I'm like, I'm doing this for all these ungrateful men. Why don't I fucking do it for myself?
Like, oh my god. So yeah, I am throwing an art show and like displaying my art. That's like consistently a goal because like no one really knew I painted or anything until like 2020 was really what did it. But yeah, so that, and then getting a dog, Miss Cholula.
Yes.
That was like when I was sitting down like in the days leading up to New Year's last year. It was like goals for 2023, and getting a dog was one of them. But and so I got her back in June, and part of this is like a 2-part goal, one that's accomplished and one that I'd still like to do. But I've been published like a bunch as a model, but I want my work published, like my photographic work. And that happened with you earlier this year in Westward, which was really fucking sick. That was like my first publication ever anywhere, like any one of my photos.
That's so cool.
And
I didn't
it was
even know
filmed
that,
too.
but I was like, I'm gonna surprise her. Like, I didn't even know she hadn't been published before, but I was like, I just feel like I need to surprise her.
I lost my shit that day. I just remember seeing it, and I was like, "What?" And I texted you right away. I was like,
You were like all caps, like, oh
I
It was-
love that happened.
dude,
for,
I was ecstatic.
for both of you.
Yeah,
Because
both
that
of
was
us.
such a transition into
That was
like
highlighting you.
you
Yeah.
stepping into your new chapter, but then also you like. It was only a few months later after you fully went freelance.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yep.
it was also just
Yeah, it was
a
big for
growing
both of us.
period
It
for both
was.
of you.
It
Yeah.
was sick.
And it really like that moment really like solidified our friendship too.
Yeah,
Just
I was
like working
like,
together.
yeah. I
How
loved
they
working
met
with-
is so interesting.
It's wholesome.
It's so cute, but so interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and which is almost a year ago coming up, because it was 3 weeks after and this is crazy too, actually, because that was one of the opportunities that just like came in, like after I stopped working for, we had Tags and Tats a couple weeks before that. He came to the Halloween one, so it was like,
Yeah.
and that was on like the 29th or 30th, so literally like 4 days before I left my job. I linked up with Q at Tags and Tats. He just came up and was like,
She was like my old track coach from high school.
yeah. And he was like, who's running this event? And Sid and I were like, that's us. We started talking. Long story short, like 3 weeks later, I'm doing this photo shoot for his clothing brand. And one of the models that he brought in to model that day was Brooke. And so we're doing this whole like photo shoot thing. It's like an open house party too. So there's like people there like watching the shoot happen.
Oh
There was
my
like
God,
a
that was
taco
really
brunch.
stressful.
It was so stressful. Oh my gosh. But it was really, we made it work. It was really fun.
I didn't know that detail of it.
Yeah,
Oh my
there
God,
was like
yeah.
a party going on in the front of the shop, and then we like
And
reconfigured
then
the whole
for,
back
like
to
our
be.
last shot, we're all like standing there. He's like, everybody come see. And we had
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole audience for our last
The
shot.
final shot.
like,
People are in
how-
there with their phones
So
recording.
many people just like recording, just like,
my
and we were just
God.
like,
We're trying to place like 9 models in this fucking.
it was hot as shit. We were like,
so warm. Y'all are in like sweatsuits, like coordinated
Literally.
sweatsuits. The other photographer and I are like butting heads about the fucking composition of the
That was
photo.
so funny.
Everyone's
Y'all said
filming. It was just like chaos. But in it all, I was like, damn, I want to connect with Brooke. Like, she was really fucking dope. She's a phenomenal model. I like said to her, I was like, hi, if you would love to like work together on another project, I'd love to get your info.
And I was like, yes,
so scared.
because I was there with my ex-girlfriend, and she had literally told me, like, I can tell y'all are gonna be friends. Like,
Oh my
y'all just have a
God.
vibe. And she was like, you can't leave here without like getting her number. And I was like, and then you literally asked me, and I was like,
I'm so scared.
I love that so much.
It was so cute. And then we found out we lived down the street from each other.
Dude, literally, what, 3 fucking blocks? Like,
Literally.
It was, yeah. Cap Hill's place to be.
It is. If you move to Denver, move to Cap Hill.
Dude,
Exactly.
I remember like when I landed here, I like got that apartment, didn't know anything about. I knew like Rhino, pretty much, and that was it. And then like Santa Fe Arts District, but other than that, I didn't know anything about like the neighborhoods in Denver, where to be. And I like get there, and I was like taking a video out my window one day, and a friend responded to my Instagram story. They live in the building across from me, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're in Capitol!" Like, and I remember getting the message, "Welcome to the neighborhood, sweetie." And I was like, "Are
Literally,
you telling me?"
Yeah,
literally
I found my home.
I was like, "Oh my God, I could not have picked a better spot, even if I consciously tried."
It's so
like,
funny because like so many of our friends live in Cap Hill. Everybody is gay. You go to Cheeseman Park, and everybody's either doing some like inner child shit, just some like playing with a fucking yo-yo or blowing bubbles or some shit, and like or they're like playing music or just doing something cool,
cartwheels in the grass.
Oh my God.
Just literally inner child central, or they're just being gay.
Yeah.
It's literally, that's the only thing that you're gonna find. Every now and then, because it's gay central, you'll have that guy walking around with a big old American flag doing his laps, and everybody's just giving him the side eye the whole time.
Yeah.
Everyone's mutually like, why the fuck is this guy here?
Yeah, just a collective eye roll.
Literally. Everyone at the same time.
Exactly.
I think that it was on. We all talked.
Because that
guy.
shit was just like,
we all saw him at
everywhere.
separate times.
Yes.
Like, did you see that guy
Did
earlier?
you see that guy at Cheeseman?
Yeah, but I saw him on the street when I was driving
He was
to
really making
Aaliyah's
the
house in the
rounds.
morning.
Oh my gosh.
Weird.
He was really making the rounds.
People are really intentional with their hate.
I know. It was just very interesting. I'm like, what are you really doing here? But anyways,
Yeah.
I digress.
Anyway.
That's how you choose to spend your day, but okay.
Exactly. Personally, I came here to sit in some grass and touch grass. Maybe you
Literally.
should come to the park to do the same thing, but
But
That's
whatever
not-
you
it's
choose,
your life,
my
my
guy.
guy.
Take a load off.
exactly. It's your life. But
you do what you
Whatever.
want.
4th of
yeah.
July was fun.
it was fun. That's how me and Belle met.
Yeah.
Was because we decided to say fuck 4th of July
Fuck the 4th.
and go to
Her dog's birthday.
dog's birthday party.
It's still the most ridiculous shit
Literally.
ever.
And neither of us were even
There was a
gonna
big
go.
turnout.
It was a big turnout.
It's
Like
more popping
that
than
was
mine.
literally
Not
a
this
crazy
year.
ass birthday party.
Yeah.
Kate made so much good food. It was delectable.
Mhm.
I was having a good time. But neither of us were really planning to go. I was gonna hang out with somebody else that day. He was late.
Yeah.
And then
I was at the creek in the morning in Boulder.
So she was all tired. She wasn't even gonna go.
Yeah.
But then by some fate, both of us just decided to go.
But
and then
I
that's
was
how we met.
leaving. It was literally, I was about to leave. And then my friends were like, no, let's just stay like 5 minutes longer. And then you walked around the corner, came in, and I was like, I used to have a shaved head. I like her. And I was like, I feel some kind of energy. I don't know why I feel so gravitated to
We
talk
both
to her
felt
right now. And then she
Yeah.
was like, oh, and was like, oh, and we're like, what's
Literally,
gonna happen?
I just remember being like, you're beautiful. And then we were like, okay, so we're gonna be friends, yeah. And then we exchanged information, and then she hit me up, and we went to this like little party together. And then ever since then, she like helped me throw a party for my like release show for like my first single since starting to do music again. And then after that, we hung out again, and then we were like, we had the idea to do a podcast at the same time. We were just having a deep conversation. We were like, if only we were recording this right now, we could really like do something. And then we were like, oh my God, let's make a podcast.
Yeah, literally light bulbs. I feel like
Literally.
also that's what's been going on that's so crazy right now is so many light bulb moments.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I look like in the past, but also a lot of people say this is an age thing, but I don't think so. I think this is everyone. Even my mom's going through it, and like my grandparents, and like I don't know, just a lot of people in different age ranges. So it's not just, oh, you're in your early 20s, so you're getting a lot of light bulb moments, but I think as a collective, everyone's just realizing a lot of things right now, and I'm not sure if it's society's so massively fucked up, and we're just really realizing that we don't want a lot of things in our lives and what we want to allow, but craziness.
A lot of clarity coming
everyone's kind of
through.
awakening a little bit, like in their own ways. Like either you're gonna awake or you're gonna stay asleep.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
oh my God, Brooke.
not like physically dead, but like, you know, I feel like there's three types of people. Hold on, bear with me.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
I need some answers.
I feel like there's three types of people. Like either you're awake, or you're asleep, or you're dead. Not meaning you're actually dead, but you're just walking around the earth and you're just like basically a fucking
with your eyes
carcass
closed.
because you might as well be dead because you're literally just like
What's the difference between that and asleep?
Asleep would just be like
you're gonna wake up soon.
Yeah, like you're gonna wake up at some point. Like you just don't.
But some people never
like,
wake up. Like
just,
they don't ever realize.
Yeah, like there's because dead would be like if we're thinking on tiers. Dead would be like you're a pedophile. You're like you're like a person that's like
beyond
murderous, or you know, beyond help. Like those are just people that are like you're fucking dead. Like you're literally there is no human in there.
Yeah.
There's no like consciousness in there.
But I feel like there's also everyday people too. Like you know, just like there are like
CEOs.
Or like somewhat normal people that are in the dead category.
Yes.
You know, where they just like live their whole lives like how society wants them to live it, and they will never wake up, but they could be like on average like an okay person.
They're just like they're just like satisfied with like whatever. And then there's people that are just asleep that's like to me people who have been heavily traumatized that are like just trying to figure it out and don't really have maybe that like supporting spirit guide that's like always trying to teach them shit. And then there's people that are like just naturally more like perceptive to what's going on, and that would be people that are awake to me.
Yeah,
that's what I meant by that.
I like that because
that
at
explanation.
First, I'm like,
what do you mean?
I was like, wait, I have like nobody understands what's going on in my mind.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I like that.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy.
Do you guys ever wonder what it would be like? I was having this conversation with someone recently, and another friend, Haley, and I have had it numerous times. We're like, wouldn't it just be nice for like a day to just be normal, like not have a trauma brain, and like people who just grew up with like, you know, everybody has like layers of shit, and like, you know, there's unhealthy relationship dynamics in the home and whatever, but like people who more or less grew up without trauma and like had like the quintessential like high school experience and then like went to college,
they just didn't miss out on any social norms.
They just like didn't experience like crazy life altering trauma. Like as a result, we like sit there sometimes and we're like, you know, our life is pretty cool as is. Like I'm gonna preface all this by saying I wouldn't change a thing, but like just for like for a day to not like be in a constant like existential crisis or like questioning if my response to something is like a reactive trauma response or if I'm like working through it in an emotionally intellectual way, like constantly like checking your like I wonder what it would be.
I always
question that. I think about that often. I really do.
What about you?
I forget that people think like like my thing is I forget that people are straight.
Okay, the quote.
Like I just think everyone's
so
queer.
True though. You were on
because
it's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum. You cannot say I'm 100% straight. Like it's just not
Girl.
true. And then also with that,
remind me to tell her the other story about that.
What?
About
yes. Oh.
So much debriefing after this.
Like
it's
way
so
later.
exciting.
And then the question, what you just said, I forget that people don't like that they live that kind of life because it's so hard. And also the people that live that kind of life and have that mentality, they don't realize that we exist.
And
that this is
we're kind of all
perspective.
attracted to the same people that are like experience the same thing. So I feel like none of us really know anybody who also doesn't, who like, because you can't communicate with people like that. Like I feel like I've been in relationship with people who are like like just more or less kind of like that, and I just like I don't feel like I can communicate to them.
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm more gravitated to people that have like also just been through some shit.
Yeah.
And it's not even like just shit. I think it's having a creative mindset too.
That's part of
because
it.
I feel like that it's so hard for creatives, and well, not fully, because I think it is a spectrum with that too, because I think also everyone's creative, they just haven't unleashed or like unlocked their
into it.
creative
and our society is not very conducive to
no
encouraging that.
at all.
Right.
Like even with schooling and how we're raised, and I know that there are a lot of schools that, like Yasmin was telling us,
oh my God.
her schooling experience. It's so cool when
I wish we had that on video.
Me too. We'll tell you guys when she comes back on. But it was so cool.
School experience. Like
Yeah.
it was
so artsy and just like
it was
art
so ingrained
driven
in ours.
and like nature driven too.
Yes.
Wow.
Like
Like
they
her
went-
primary school, like
all of
like
her
they
school.
Through, like,
literally,
high school and
went
everything?
Into
yes,
college.
and it was in Denver. And they went to like for a school field trip when she was in like 8th grade. They went to the border in New Mexico and just like talked to people
on the border.
on the border, and they like literally
Dude.
traveled and like what didn't
They did
bike?
a bike. Yeah, they did
biked
like
for
biking
like
trip.
days.
Yeah.
And then they would like camp and like just talk to different people on the border, and they just like wanted
As
them to
kids.
make up their own mind. And this was like right before everything happened with Trump, she was saying.
yeah.
And like they just like were able to like make up their own minds about how they felt about all this stuff happening. It's like everything about that school, I was like, damn, they were really on some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that
Your-
sounds like
Your
some really.
family, they knew what they were
They
doing.
knew what the fuck they were doing.
Was it a private? I'm assuming it's a
It
private.
was
was a
like
charter-
it was
a
a
charter
charter
school.
school, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But when
So
we'll
cool.
talk about it more when
Yeah.
we see her, and then also we'll
Yeah,
tell you
we don't
guys
want to tell the
about
whole
it.
story
Yeah.
for her, but yeah.
It was just so cool, and I feel like that should be incorporated more into our society. And I
Yeah.
also feel like this generation
100%.
is going to start to incorporate it, because it's just so important that something needs to change. Clearly,
Yeah.
like
Oh my God,
what
yes.
is happening right now?
Is not,
Yeah,
No.
it's not working.
no.
It's so funny how like growing up, I really was like everybody really had me fooled that like America was just like so
The best place.
so great. Like you're so
Oh.
lucky to live in America. Which yes, in a sense, like yes, we're
Yeah.
lucky to live in a free
Mixed
country.
emotions.
But at the end of the day, this is not the best fucking country. Like no,
No.
they don't take care. They don't give a fuck about us here.
no,
like,
dude.
We
And
all
I know this is
were lied to.
controversial. Like people are gonna be like, no, yes, no.
That's the beauty, though, of living where we live, is everybody can have their own opinion
Yep.
and speak it, and that's dangerous in some ways. But I mean, I don't.
But
we're not tapping
as
into
much
that
as
yet.
Yeah.
as much as these like misogynist ass podcasts are out here talking about how they feel about women's existence, if y'all can go on there and talk about that, I can come on here and talk about how the fuck I feel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Big facts.
Because
It
like
is so crazy.
it's y'all's influence. Y'all are influencing all these kids. If I can influence kids, this is what the fuck I'm gonna talk about.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for
Exactly.
real. It's so crazy. Like, yes, freedom of speech, and it's just so crazy how people like some of their
They
Respect.
weaponize it.
yeah, and like their perspectives and how they actually see things. I'm like, are you for real?
that's
Are you for
yeah.
real right now?
That's kind of like
What?
a normal brain thing too. It's like I don't understand how people can like hate people that they don't know because of how they look or like who they love. Like that's such a foreign like
Yeah. How do you conceptualize that?
yeah.
in
It's
your
out
head
of my
at all?
range.
Yeah.
How does this person, I've like even said that to my mom in conversations about like this was in reference to like abortion rights and everything, but the same like philosophy applies. Like it doesn't affect you, so how do you even like justify having an opinion on it?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a gay couple in New York that love each other, we live here in Denver, we don't even know they exist.
Right.
Mhm.
What does it fucking matter?
Mind your
Yeah.
business. Let
It
them
does
love
not
each
affect
other.
you. You see like a homosexual couple on the streets like showing each other affection. If that bothers you, I mean that's a whole separate conversation, but the least you can do is just fucking turn around and walk away.
Exactly.
Like, it does not bother you. Like
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
don't
And if it
understand
does,
people like
that speaks to something else.
yeah, that's something
Yeah.
a
Heal,
whole
you
other
need to
conversation.
heal.
Inner work you
Exactly.
need to do. Like who hurt you?
But
But
then
like
if you see a heterosexual couple, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Like
I
you don't even notice it. You just-
Yeah.
I just
We all just
don't
need to be
understand
very
that.
much more aware of how we project things. Because
Yeah.
I think everything is Ace on. We're gonna have him on, but he wrote a song called City of Projections, and I just love that song because it's really just about that. Like, you really got to watch out because people are just gonna project everything onto you that they haven't worked through themselves, that they don't want to confront themselves, and so like you can't really take that as your truth because yeah, I don't know, it's weird. And it's like people want to have opinions on things, but then they don't want to do anything to actually like stand on that, because it's like with the abortion rights, not to get like really, but it's just like, if you are so mad, why don't you go adopt all these thousands of children in the foster care system? Like, I have cousins that grew up in foster care, and just like knowing how that affects people's lives is like, okay, if you're going to talk about this, you need to go do something about the actual problem. So if you're gonna have an opinion, take that opinion to the foster care center and go pick up some kids and take care of them and give them a happy life. My cousins that were in foster care, I feel like we didn't really get, like, honestly, they were put in a bad situation. So at the end of the day, don't adopt kids unless you can take care of kids and not abuse them. But like, but yeah, I feel like just like my relationships with my cousins have definitely grown me a lot and shifted me a lot, because it was interesting because I feel like my cousin Kernisha, love you Kernisha, hey girl. But like growing up, like we weren't able to really like be super close because our parents kind of kept us separate, and like she was going through a lot and all my cousins were, and I feel like as we kind of grew up, actually just more recently, like we've been able to like create our connection again and just like renew it and just make up for so much lost time, because I feel like for a lot of life, like we were really the only ones ever advocating for each other, and so it's just actually such like a beautiful connection just to see how like relationships shift, and how relationships shift, even like a relationship like that is like has so much like pain in it, and but also so much connection because our dads are brothers, and like, you know, just similar stuff that we can relate on. But it's like those relationships can really shift how you see like other relationships in your life, and just conversations that we've had more recently, like her birthday last December, I flew out there, and like we just talked, like us cousins, like all of us cousins, and we really just like hashed everything out, and like issues that we had with each other, just like misunderstandings. And I feel like so many things that we talked about have just kind of opened up my eyes to like my relationships. And yeah, and I think some of what we talked about last time was just like that one relationship that it takes to like really just open you up to the world of trusting people again, and realizing that there are safe people. Like I know for y'all it was McKenna.
I was thinking about how last time we just like raved about Kenny for like a full 5 minutes.
It was longer than 5.
Yeah, probably. She's so pivotal in both of our experiences and learning to trust again. So shout out Kenny, we love you.
Yeah, and for me that was Cheyenne too.
Yeah.
Shout out Cheyenne,
love you girl.
It's just so cool when you have that one person, and it's just one person to help you allow all the other people in your lives. And I'm just really glad that we've experienced this one person so early in our lives too, because a lot of people don't experience it until later in life. And so I think just being grateful that we got to change our outlook and perspective on relationships at an early age is super cool.
Totally. And it's no, go
ahead, baby.
It's created space for all of this connection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Everything in divine timing. Like this was supposed to happen, and when we met each other, it was just everything's meant to be. It's so cute.
Is. And
so cute.
We met through Kenny too. So yeah, Kenny really
she's a light.
I blame Kenny for not blame, but like in a good way. Just like me staying in Denver, literally, because that friendship was like the catalyst.
Same. That's why I moved back.
Much. Yeah. For Kenny,
like literally when I was in Europe.
Yeah.
We were like gonna stay in Europe, and then a bunch of things happened. We ended up moving back here, but a really big reason of us, we were gonna move to Boston, or New York, or like I don't know, just we weren't set on Denver, and yeah, she was a really big reason why we moved back.
Damn,
Like a really big reason.
that's crazy. Like, yeah, I was already kind of like in Denver when we met, but I was still like between here and LA. But then when I found my apartment and was like, all right, am I really gonna commit to like a year lease? Like, it was just coming off of, I was like 2 months out of like having part of my cervix removed and all that, and Kenny like was so pivotal through that whole experience, despite like battling her own health shit. And then I was just like Kenny was the first taste of like actual sisterhood, of like where like people do something for you and truly don't expect anything in return. And that's like the dynamic I'm used to. Like people come into my life like wanting something, yeah, or like wanting to be in proximity to me because of what I can do for them or some shit like that. And Kenny was like, I barely fucking know you, but like you're coming home with me, like I'm taking care of you, like all this shit.
You're not driving yourself to the hospital.
Yeah, you're not gonna take yourself to your surgery. Like,
you crazy lady.
Yeah, her and Soph were both like, Kate, what? And I was like, I've been doing it. And they're like, no.
Not anymore.
They said that ends now.
Yeah. We got you.
And like that just like, I mean, yeah, last year forced me to like really open up and trust other people. Like we were talking about, or like, not hard to trust myself, but like trusting other people is so challenging. And Kenny was just like pivotal, and like you said, it just like makes more space. Like once you open up your heart just like a little bit to the possibility of like receiving love or trusting someone or anything, it's just like, for me personally, it's been like a domino effect since then, because there've just been like so many more wonderful people since then who've come into my life. And it really does just take one relationship to potentially change your like whole perspective on everything. And yeah, I was like I was at Sid and Adele's yesterday at the shop, like dropping off all the wardrobe that we used from Monday. Aww. And like I've been like going through it mentally, so they were kind of like checking in with me, and Adele just starts crying. And usually Adele and I are like, one of us will start crying, and then like the other starts crying, and then Sid's like the last to crash, like the toughest one of us all. And like we're all just there crying, and I just like, I'm like, I hope you both know like truly how much I fucking love you guys, and like how pivotal you've been in like my process of like accepting myself, even down to like fashion and stuff like that, which is a whole other thing. But like your love and your like radical acceptance of me has like allowed me to like just accept who I am and like all of this, and like both of you are part of that. And like, yeah, I just fucking love our friend group. I could sit here and gush about it for another hour.
It's so beautiful, because then it's like, it's also like whatever, once you meet that person, whatever doesn't align with that is going to fall out. And that's part of the creating space, is like the people that don't respect you in the same way, or just have genuine love for you in the same way, you're going to start to notice that and be like, oh wait, but I can get what I actually deserve and what I actually give somewhere else, so I'm going to go over there.
Go there, nurse the relationships that nourish you.
And it's hard to like not fall back into old patterns, you know, but I think continuing to hold yourself accountable.
And each other.
That's
part of good friendship too. Like, I want all my friends to be able to lovingly like check me, you know, and if they can't tell me how it is or when I'm fucking up, like that's not true like respect, love, like all of that trust. Like you got to be able to trust somebody to be like, honey, I love you, but like
that's what we were talking about too, because we were like, because we were just having like we were just like not in a good place with the podcast and with everything,
with our
relationship specifically. And I feel like, because like the last time that we filmed this, like we were like, I was feeling like I was reacting out of a place from last podcast where I didn't feel heard, and then she didn't feel heard last podcast. And so it was like we were mirroring exactly how each other was feeling, and we just kind of had a moment of like breaking that down. And I was like, honestly, girl, you could have cut me off in the middle of the podcast and told me lovingly, like, I feel like you're cutting me off and I feel like I don't have space right now, and I would have been like receptive to that. And I do appreciate that for my friendships. And I think like now knowing that, like going forward, like there's always space for how any of us are feeling, and just like being able to like be honest about how we feel is just like, it's just so important, because I don't ever want you to feel not heard, and you don't want me to feel not heard. So
it's
just like
communication.
It was funny because you were talking about like radical honesty and just like always being so honest, and I was like, damn, that really hit, because like Because, like, shit, sometimes I still don't want to be a burden to people, or, like, I don't want to, like, dampen the mood or choose the wrong time, or I don't even want to be honest with myself about how I'm
Never the
feeling.
right time, though.
No.
Yeah. So I just, like, I feel like that really resonated with me when you said that. And I'm like, yeah, that honesty thing is really
important.
Phrase of the year.
Really important.
Radical transparency.
Yeah, radical transparency. That's what you said.
I'm gonna drill that
into everyone's
Literally.
head.
God,
I was like, I hear you, Kate. I hear you. I feel you. I see you, all of it.
You're like, be fucking for real.
like it's not easy, but goddamn, like where does being any other thing get you?
We're just scared.
Exactly.
Just, like,
Yeah.
And then there's no space for actual love. Nobody can actually love you if you're not being honest.
Exactly.
They can
That's,
only
like,
love
realest
the
shit.
fakeness.
Yeah. Be real with me. That's real love. Like,
Exactly.
even when it's hard.
Well, thanks for being real with us today.
Oh
Yes.
my god! Yeah, thanks for having me, you guys. We
Yes.
fucking did it.
We did it. Yes,
love you.
this is the one. We love you so much.
I love you guys too. I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm so honored to be your first guest, and like I just can't wait to see all of the dope ass individuals that you interview.
We're excited too. And we're excited to watch your career continue to just
Flourish.
explode in
Yes.
the most beautiful way.
Mm-hmm. Everything that we all deserve is coming to us because we're reaching out and grabbing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%. Universe where it needs us.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Kate, for coming on
Thank
Flowspace.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
So we drop a podcast every Friday at 8 a.m. So look for it.
At
Day
8
and a
a.m.
half.
Yeah,
Literally.
We're gonna be editing all night
Y'all
long.
Literally.
Come to creative co-work tonight and get some shit done.
We
Oh.
should.
Oh, we will.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
He's
be
gonna be
there.
there.
Yeah, we're gonna be
I think
there.
Kenny and Rachel are coming if Kenny's feeling up for it.
Perfect.
Cool.
Cool. Literally perfect.
Anyone in Denver also, or if you're not in Denver, check out her page on Instagram, Bare Bonez Collective,
Bare Bonez
because
Collective.
she has so many events. Like if you're in Denver for just a weekend and it just so happens to be an event,
You want to
she
meet
posts
some
about
cool
it.
fucking people.
Yeah.
That I will say confidently.
Yes.
Coolest people come to.
Coolest
For
people,
real.
coolest events.
It's crazy.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll link all of her info
Yes.
and everything. But if you want to just say your name, like you're at.
Oh god. Oh yeah, Bare Bonez Collective. Bones with a Z because S was taken. Unless you're trying to be cool. And then where is Kate? With an underscore. That's where like the real juicy shit is.
Yeah, like
If you
Instagram
wanna
stories
see
for
art,
days.
Yeah, go to
Yes.
Bare Bonez Collective. That's the more important stuff.
Absolutely. And also, don't forget to check us out on all of our other platforms as well. Flowspacepod. We post short form content everywhere. So yeah, we
Check
hope
them out.
we hope to see you guys again next week. Check Kate out. Check us out. Stay in tune with the cool people of Denver.
Yes.
Yeah, literally. We saw her come out just now.
Oh my god. All right. I love y'all.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. I was just giving him a little love slap.